Number 10. The absolute laws of physics dictate a simple, merciless end for dying stars: total, catastrophic annihilation. When a star reaches its critical limit, it detonates in a thermonuclear supernova, erasing itself from the sterile void. Or so we believed. Astronomers have discovered Type 1ax supernovae events where the explosion is completely incoherent, leaving behind a mangled, burning core. A star that has survived its own terminal execution. It is a surviving piece of undead shrapnel burning in the deafening silence of space. If the universe can find a way to cheat its own fundamental laws of cosmic mortality, what makes us think the rules keeping our fragile planet safe won't simply change tomorrow? We desperately cling to the illusion of stability. Humanity looks up at the stars and assumes we are safely anchored in a permanent, peaceful harbor. We convince ourselves that the physical laws governing our daily lives, time, gravity, pressure, are absolute shields designed to protect us. But the reality is unfathomably dark. What we call absolute laws are nothing more than temporary, local weather conditions in an indifferent, chaotic cosmos. Take our atmosphere, for instance. We praise it as a thick, impenetrable blanket protecting our fragile biology from the sterile void. Let's apply some brutal scale. If the Earth were a perfectly smooth, heavy bowling ball sitting in a dark room, the entire atmosphere keeping 8 billion people alive would be no thicker than a faint mist of breath left on its surface. It is a critically metastable film. A single catastrophic cosmic sneeze could wipe it away entirely, leaving our DNA to instantly unravel in the cold. And the galactic neighborhood we reside in is far worse. Number 9. Galactic cannibalism. We view the Milky Way as a quiet, nurturing cradle. In truth, it is an apex predator, an abyssal monster built entirely on a foundation of cosmic slaughter. Our galaxy is actively hunting. Right now, it is mercilessly tearing apart the Sagittarius dwarf galaxy, violently absorbing its stars into our own gravitational pull. The peaceful, twinkling night sky is a lie. You are looking at an active crime scene. You are observing the digestive remains of cosmic ecosystems that were devoured hundreds of millions of years ago. Entire worlds, perhaps inhabited by civilizations that thought they were as special and permanent as we do, have been completely erased. Their planets were ripped from their orbits, their histories crushed into unrecognizable debris, becoming nothing more than raw material for our own expanding galaxy. Our own solar system is merely a temporary biological glitch riding blindly on the back of a cannibal. We are living inside the stomach of a beast that will inevitably be consumed itself, because in the cosmic timeline, stability is mathematically impossible. In a few billion years, the massive Andromeda galaxy will crash into us. When that happens, the erasure will begin all over again. We are not insulated from the horror. We are just waiting for our turn to be digested. Number 8. Rogue black holes. We scan the horizon for threats, expecting them to announce their arrival with brilliant light and heat. But the most catastrophic forces in the universe lurk in absolute darkness. When massive stars collapse asymmetrically, the resulting explosion can violently kick the newly formed black hole out of its host galaxy. These are rogue black holes, invisible, unfathomable gravitational anomalies wandering the sterile void at nearly 1 million miles per hour. According to astrometry data from the European Space Agency's Gaia mission, the Milky Way is teeming with these dormant, silent killers. They possess no glowing accretion disks, they emit no warning signals. Imagine standing in a pitch-black room where millions of massive iron wrecking balls are swinging silently from the ceiling. You cannot hear them, you cannot see them, you only know they are there in the exact fraction of a second they crush you. If a rogue black hole were to merely graze the outer edge of our solar system, its gravity would effortlessly hurl the gas giants out of orbit and send a relentless rain of comets hurtling toward Earth. Number 7. Solar superflares. If the darkness doesn't harbor our end, the light surely does. We view our sun as a warm, life-giving guardian. In reality, it is a metastable nuclear reactor with a horrific track record of violent, unpredictable leaks. A study published in the peer-reviewed journal Nature analyzed extreme carbon-14 spikes in ancient tree rings, uncovering a terrifying truth: the Miyake event of the year 774. This was an extreme solar proton event, tens to hundreds of times more powerful than anything recorded in modern history. We are building a civilization out of fragile microchips inside the barrel of a loaded cosmic shotgun, and the trigger is pulled at random every 1,000 years. If a Miyake-level superflare struck today, the electromagnetic pulse would permanently incinerate the global power grid, instantly returning 8 billion people to the Dark Ages. But the biological math is even more merciless. According to the physical limits of human biology, an acute radiation dose of just 10 sieverts guarantees a 100% fatality rate within weeks. The cause of death is complete gastrointestinal syndrome, the literal breakdown of your cellular lining. The very star that gave us life is entirely capable of bathing this planet in a sterile, invisible fire, unzipping our DNA before we can even comprehend the scale of our local betrayal. Number 6. The Boötes Void. Humanity has mapped the universe as a complex structure brimming with celestial bodies. But there is a region in the cosmos that defies all logic, a spherical expanse 330 million light years in diameter containing almost nothing. This is the Boötes Void. It is an abyssal expanse of dead space. If our Milky Way were positioned at the center of this unfathomable emptiness, the deafening silence of the void would have convinced us we were entirely alone. We would not have even known other galaxies existed until the 1960s. The void is a chilling reminder that the universe does not have to be full of life or light. It is perfectly content being completely sterile. Number 5. Magnetars. When we imagine cosmic destruction, we picture massive impact or searing heat. But nature possesses forces far more insidious. Magnetars are stellar corpses with magnetic fields trillions of times more powerful than Earth's. They do not need to physically strike us to erase us. If a magnetar were to drift within 620 miles of our planet, roughly the distance from New York to Chicago, the sheer magnetic force would become biologically catastrophic. It is a force strong enough to physically rip the electrons right out of your atoms. The result is not burning or freezing, but instant total molecular disintegration. Imagine taking the destructive yield of every nuclear weapon ever built by human hands, compressing it all into a pencil-thin laser, and firing it directly at a single helpless ant. That is the level of unfeeling overkill the universe is capable of. Your physical body would crumble into subatomic dust before your nervous system could even register the threat. Number 4. Quasars. We look at black holes as stationary drains waiting for matter to fall in. But when a supermassive black hole actively feeds, it becomes a quasar, generating an engine of absolute annihilation. The friction of the consumed matter creates an accretion disk that burns at millions of degrees, firing relativistic jets of radiation deep into the void. These jets are cosmic blowtorches, focused beams of pure destruction that can extend for millions of light years, effortlessly sterilizing entire galaxies of any biological glitches. If our solar system drifted into the path of a quasar's jet, our atmosphere, our oceans, and our primordial history would be boiled away into nothingness. Number 3. Gamma ray bursts. But a quasar is visible. You can see it coming. A gamma ray burst, or GRB, offers no such mercy. Caused by the collapse of massive stars or the violent merging of neutron stars, a single GRB releases more energy in a few seconds than our sun will generate in 10 billion years. They are the ultimate cosmic snipers. According to telemetry data from NASA observatories, a recent event dubbed GRB 221009A originated 2.4 billion light years away, yet it was so violently powerful it physically disrupted Earth's upper ionosphere. If one of these bursts occurred within our own galaxy and was aimed directly at Earth, the atmospheric ozone layer would be entirely vaporized, and human DNA would be instantly shredded. Let's execute the biological math of this execution. The human nervous system is agonizingly slow. The electrical signals that tell your brain you are experiencing pain travel at a maximum speed of roughly 268 miles per hour or 120 meters per second. A gamma ray burst sweeps through the void at the absolute universal speed limit, the speed of light, clocking in at 670 million miles per hour, or 299,792,458 meters per second. The collision of these two metrics is terrifyingly clinical. In the event of a direct GRB strike, the physical structure of your brain is completely destroyed at the speed of light, exponentially faster than the nerve impulse can even travel through your body. There is no time for fear. There is no time to process the end of the world. The universe is so overwhelmingly efficient that you will die before you even know you are being hit. Number 2, the Great Attractor. We find comfort in the illusion of human agency. We build multi-billion-dollar telescopes, map our cosmic coordinates, and are arrogant enough to believe that understanding the universe gives us some measure of control over it. But humanity is trapped in a paradox of absolute helplessness. Our entire Milky Way galaxy, along with hundreds of thousands of neighboring galaxies, is being violently dragged toward a specific, obscured point in deep space. Astrophysicists call it the Great Attractor. We are being pulled through the void at a catastrophic speed of 14 million miles per hour. To put that sheer kinetic horror into perspective, at that velocity, you could travel from Earth to the moon in roughly 60 seconds. Yet, despite this incomprehensible momentum, we have absolutely no physical mechanism to steer, slow down, or halt this cosmic conveyor belt. The most suffocating aspect of this phenomenon is that we cannot even see what is dragging us to our inevitable execution. The Great Attractor lies entirely hidden within the zone of avoidance, a region of space completely blocked from our view by the thick dust, gas, and dead stars of our own galaxy's disk. It is a massive, indifferent, gravitational anomaly lurking just behind a cosmic curtain. We only know it exists because we can measure our own unavoidable fall toward it. Gravity, the very force that keeps our oceans in place and our bodies anchored to the ground, is the exact same mechanism dragging us into an inescapable abyss. There is no engineering solution, no technological leap, and no actionable defense that can overcome the gravitational pull of a mass equivalent to tens of thousands of Milky Ways. Unlike a rogue asteroid or a solar flare, this is a structural trap built into the fabric of our reality. We are merely sitting ducks, biological passengers on a sinking ship, being pulled inexorably toward a dark primordial rendezvous. The physical laws of the universe do not offer us an exit strategy, nor do they care about our existential dread. They simply demand our compliance as we flow blindly into the dark. Number 1. Dark flow. We measure our reality by the boundaries of the observable universe. A sphere roughly 93 billion light years in diameter, we mapped it, categorized it, and arrogantly assumed it was the entirety of existence. But astrometry data has detected something catastrophic happening at the very edge of our vision. Hundreds of massive galaxy clusters are moving at incomprehensible speeds in a single, unified direction. They are being pulled by a gravitational force so unfathomable, its source lies entirely beyond the edge of the observable universe itself. This phenomenon is known as the dark flow. It suggests that our entire universe, everything we have ever known, loved, or recorded, is merely a metastable bubble. We are being dragged toward the unknown by structures so vast they render the concept of human history completely incoherent. We build telescopes to map our territory, desperately wanting to believe we are part of a grand, meaningful design. But the universe does not care about our need for meaning, and it simply does not know we exist. The dark flow reveals the ultimate, terrifying truth. We are not special. We are a statistical anomaly in a cold graveyard. Thank you for watching and sticking till the end. We've got plenty more videos coming in the future. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss them. See you in the next one.